To Florida, we want to take you now for the sentencing of Jermaine Bass. This is the bedtime murder case. The 32-year-old found guilty of murdering his beautiful 5-year-old daughter, Jaylah, and wounding his 8-year-old son. Now, Jermaine Bass is set to address the court. Let's watch.
Growing up for me as a child, it's been tough. I was raised in a single parent home till about the age of 10 with my cousin that my mom adopted. And we had good times. We had some bad times. I've always gone to school. I've always had good grades. Like my mom stated, I've always worked. I graduated from Hillsborough High School. I'm a good person. I've worked. I've always provided for my family. I've always been a good spirit, a good cheer. I was always the favorite cousin, the favorite brother, the one who was, some people may say, the privileged one. I made sure that my family had the best. I always strive for the best. I moved my family out of Tampa to the Gibson area, a 2-story home, to provide for them, to make sure we had the best life in a nice subdivision. All those things I lost on this journey, but I did everything in my power to redeem myself and try to make things better. I love my son. I made sure that when he was going through his speech issues, I gave him a tutor. I made sure I put him on that football field. I made sure that no matter the cost for the elite cheerleading, I made sure that my daughter was able to go, no matter what was the circumstances or hardships that my family had to face. I made sure to try to come up with some type of resolution to get them to find a way out for them so they can have a nice life as a father and as a husband with my wife. Since we were like high school sweethearts. And we've been together, and she will always be my one heart, one love, one mind. Regardless of the circumstances on how anyone feels or what they may accuse me of, I know the outcome. I just want to say, after hardship comes relief, and I hope that my family and her family, they find some type of peace. And I know that it may be difficult because the accident, but I hope that God guides them and give them strength as the same strength that He's given me, and the courage and the protection from all evil. And also, I know that God has a plan for everything, and I know He works in mysterious ways. But in the end, I know God will always watch over me. La ilaha illallah. I got nothing else to say, Your Honor.
And the accident that you're referring to is the death of your children in that statement? That's what you're referring to as the accident?
Yes.
Anything else from either side?
Your Honor, of course, has no discretion as to count one. The defense is asking that you take into consideration the lack of criminal history. Mr. Bass's statements about being a good provider and a good father are actually true. We took a deposition of Ms. Bass. She indicated all of that. He was a loving father, took care of his children, participated in their school. He was a loving husband, provided for his family. I don't think anybody understands to this day why this happened, just like echoing the comments of Mr. Thierry in opening statement, why. So at this time, Your Honor, I am asking that you run counts 2, 3, and 4 concurrent to count 1. And I would just ask my co-counsel if I missed anything. That's all we have. Thank you, Judge.
All right. Anything else from the state?
No, Your Honor.
All right, come up.
And Judge, we have calculated the credit, and the clerk has the same calculation we do, and it is 917 days.
917?
Yes, ma'am.
State requesting cost of prosecution.
Yes, Your Honor.
And any objection from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right. And on count 2, there's a 25-year min-man.
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
And on count 3, there's a 20-year minimum mandatory.
I think it's the same, Judge. It's the same.
Is it?
I believe they're both 25 years.
Discharged with great bodily harm. All right. All right, based on the jury's verdict, Mr. Bass, on counts 1, 2, 3, and 4, you're adjudicated guilty, sentenced to life in Florida State Prison. Counts 1, 2, 3, and 4 each carry a 25-year minimum mandatory sentence. Count 1 is life without possibility of parole. That's for the first-degree murder of Jaylah Bass. Impose all mandatory costs as a lien against you. That includes the $150 for the cost of prosecution. You have credit for 917 days. Is that your understanding of your credit time?
Yes, Your Honor.
All the counts are to run concurrent. All the minimum mandatories are to run concurrent. Any questions about this sentence?
No, Your Honor.
You have 30 days to appeal the verdict of the jury and the judgment of the court. If you cannot afford the services of an attorney for the purposes of appeal, one will be appointed for you. I know the Office of the Public Defender will perfect the appellate paperwork before they withdraw from representation.
And Judge, may we send you an order today appointing us?
Yes.
Thank you, Judge.